It's nail fluff. Ow. Please, girl, be sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is @nail_fluff for so much fun updates and new videos. I'm all about teaching you girls how to slay nails, no matter what the case may be. So today we're doing a pink Chanel dream set. So cute. I freestyled this. My client let me know that she was okay with doing pink, and it excited me because I love pink. It's one of my favorite colors, favorite nail colors, nail supplies. I love pink. So it was natural for me to just kind of freestyle and make the cute Chanel design. So as you can see, I'm starting with prepping my client's natural nails. She came to me with no acrylic, no gel on her nails. So I started with my metal pusher and I pushed back those cuticles. You want to make sure that you push it back good because cuticles can stick to the nail plate, which creates lifting in your acrylic set. So you want to make sure you push back those cuticles and then reinforce it with your e-file. So you take your e-file, you go around the cuticle, make sure all those crusties and dead skins are gone off of the nail plate. Then you remove the shine from the nail plate, take your cuticle nippers and go around your client's nail beds and just get rid of all that dead skin. It's great for the finished look. It looks cleaner, and it's actually helpful for you when you're applying acrylic because, you know, it's easier for the acrylic to flood into the cuticles when they're not cut. So a little nail hack for you. We're using tips this time, and we're going for a long coffin shape. So to make things easier, I am using a pointed long stiletto tip, and I'm actually going to just cut that tip off, which is going to make it easier for me to create that coffin shape. So whatever we can do to kind of like make things move faster, make it easier for you so you're not spending so much time filing, why not do it? So use the tips of the shape that your client desires, and it makes your life so much easier. So I'm using the KDS nail glue, which is the only glue that I'll use to glue down some tips. It really is the best glue. If you guys need a link, please let me know. So as you can see, we cut off the tips, and then I just go in with my hand file and kind of customize that shape to my client's finger and just make sure all the corners are nice and sharp before we apply our acrylic. Now, if you do get any nail glue underneath your client's nail tips, you know, sometimes the glue leaks and, you know, the skin underneath the nail plate will get stuck to that nail tip you glued down. This is the time where you want to go ahead and remove it. Just gently remove it, kind of stick your nail underneath. And if your client's more comfortable, they can do it themselves if it hurts, or, you know, they just feel better doing it that way. But you want to make sure that you remove that glue, because once the acrylic is on, it makes it a little bit harder to remove those little stickies, and every detail counts. So after the tips are glued on, I go back with my e-file using the medium sanding band, and I remove, you know, that little line of where the tip was connected, so that way we have a smooth surface. And then I just kind of go back in and remove the shine completely from the natural and the tip nail. Once I'm done with that, I remove dust and I take my primer. I use the Young Nails Protein Bond Primer, and I apply it twice. That stuff is amazing, and I wouldn't do a full set without it. So once the primer's been applied twice and it's fully dried, I start by using clear acrylic, and I kind of just lay a very, very thin layer across the client's natural nail and down to the tip that we added. This kind of gives me a smooth surface to work with, as well as protecting the client's nails from any bright color acrylic that we'll be using for their fun set. So once we get started with colored acrylic, I get so excited. It's my favorite part. You really get to see the set come to life. And the fun thing about using colored acrylic is you can basically just apply top coat and your set is good. You don't have to really go back in and polish it. So you get to see what the set's gonna look like as you're doing it. So I'm using colors from Chisel, which is I don't have the name, you guys, but if you ask me, I'll find it for you. I have a Chisel powder, which is like a dip powder that can be used as acrylic powder, and I have that, it's like a glittery pink, so that's the one I put on the pinky. And then this color that I'm using here is actually a Glam and Glitz glow in the dark color, and we're just gonna kind of rotate between those two colors for this set. We're keeping it pink, and I am going to be adding decals and things on top. So we're keeping it basic, laying down 2 different colors of pink, and then once we're done laying down the colored acrylic, we'll start with the art. So to create a really snatched nail shape, especially when we're doing tapered shapes like coffin and stiletto, it's really important when you're applying the acrylic to focus on those sides. Make sure that your brush is controlling the sides of the nails and where the acrylic is falling. The more acrylic that falls to the side of the nail tends to get a little bit thicker, and you lose that tapered shape. So just make sure that you really focus on the sides more than you are touching the top of the acrylic with your brush. What we want is a smooth application, no lumps, no bumps, and definitely no lifting. So whenever I work with colored acrylic, I do like to encapsulate it with clear. So once I finish all 5 nails with colored acrylic, I go back in, starting with the pinky, doing my clear acrylic. Now with this set, I wanted to add that super cute holographic Chanel decal. So I'm gonna encapsulate that just to, add a little extra touch. So I encapsulated the pinky. Now I'm going to take my Chanel decals, which will actually be available on my website very soon, you guys. They're going to be shoppable. They're super cute, so shiny. They come in different colors, but it's just like a nice little designer touch to add for your clients. My clients have been loving the designer logos. It's just a cute way of being able to express yourself and, have like a little bit of fashion on your nails. So as you can see, I'm using tweezers to use the stickers. The decals, you definitely don't want to use too much of your fingers because you're going to lose that stickiness. So when you're working with stickers, you definitely want to have a pair of tweezers and place it on the nail where you'd like it. So now I'm just going to encapsulate the rest of the nails. My decals down. I'm going to make sure it's nice and secure on the nail. And that's it. Encapsulation is just covering up some type of art that you placed on the nail and completely covering it with clear acrylic. So that way the decal is embedded in the nail and that Chanel sign is never going to lift off. So cute. So now moving on to the second hand, I always like to keep the same theme but switch up fingers. I love doing that. I feel like it's just like the way you should do nails. It's so much more fun when each nail is a little bit different but they still match. So you saw on the other hand, I started the pinky with that pink glitter. This time I'm starting the pinky with the solid pink, and I'm probably gonna just, switch the pattern. So watch me work and let's keep filling in this acrylic. Make sure snatched sides. Don't let that acrylic fall to the side. You want to make sure that you keep the shape of the way that you shape the tip, so that way you have less filing once it's time to file. Be sure to not over flood the cuticle. By doing that, you want to place your bead right before the cuticle and not push it into the cuticle. You always want to keep these chemicals away from the skin, as close as you can to the cuticle without touching it. And then you're going to use your brush to kind of pack it down and blend it into the rest of the nail. It's super important that you don't flood those cuticles, because it's very hard once acrylic is dry to file that out. It's probably going to end up hurting your client if you try to e-file it out. So the best way to avoid that is to just have neat acrylic application and not flood those cuticles. Control your acrylic. Okay, so you saw how I laid that acrylic down. Now it's time to add another Chanel decal, but I'm going to switch it up on this hand, and I'm putting the Chanel decal on top of the glitter nail to just make it that much better. Now let's encapsulate that Chanel beauty. Check it out. You see how it kind of glows after you put the clear on top? So satisfying. So while this is going, I just kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit. Let's have a girl chat, nail chat. New things are happening. New videos are definitely coming. If you enjoy these, just wait for the next ones. If you're learning how to do nails, or if you're just learning new techniques, the videos are going to get much more interactive, much more educational. and I'm so excited. I've also got my nail supply store opening up very soon, so look out for the announcement about that. All the supplies that I show you, I will be having on my site, so it's super exciting. Look out for that, okay? Nail fluff! So now, by the time you're done applying the acrylic to all 10 nails, the nail should be dry enough for you to go in and file. I always grab my hand file first, and I just go in to those sides, especially with coffin. You want to have sharp corners. So you just want to go in with your hand file, reinforce that shape. And then, I'll kind of go in and detail some certain things. Like if I see something that's, a little lump on the side or something like that, I use my hand file and I basically get that outside shape on point, get it nice and snatched. So hand file, then you're gonna e-file, go around that cuticle, seal it, and make sure your nails are nice and smooth. Get yourself a balm buffer like mine here. I love these buffers, and just smooth everything out, get rid of the scragglies. And your nails, the shape is on point, they're nice and smooth, and they're ready to be polished and embellished. So this is how you create a full set encapsulation, and we're going to add a little bit of art on top. So not shown is me doing a little bit of art, extra decals and crystals, but here's the final look. Check it out. So I painted some hot pink lines, I added a couple more Chanel decals, and of course Swarovski crystals. And look how these nails bling. I look forward to seeing you guys. I look forward to shopping at my store. Thank you so much for watching. Call me Nail Fluff. See ya.